What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a topic that I think is a little problematic, but we're gonna get right into it because y'all know I don't like long intros. So today I want to talk about baby daddies and baby mamas, but you know the popular phrase is baby daddies. And something that I feel is something that I know is very problematic, especially amongst Black culture, but not only in Black culture, because nothing is absolute, but it takes us Black folk on by high measure, is the baby mama, baby daddy epidemic. So I think that it's time to reel it in, okay? We need to reel it in because I don't think that we are doing ourselves a service by continuing to perpetuate the stereotypes that have been placed on us for so many decades. And what I mean by that is having children is a choice. It's a choice that you don't have to make. You do. And I'm not talking about pro-choice. I'm talking about before you even get to pro-choice, you don't have to make the choice of having children at all. And I've heard a lot of people, women say, oh, I didn't plan it, or oh, I didn't want to, or oh, it wasn't with the right person. And for me, the question is always, how many forms of contraceptive are there? So many. You are considering an option when you made so many wrong choices before we came to this big choice. And I am very tired and sick of hearing women are emotional. Okay. Women are emotional. So if a woman was so emotional, then wouldn't her emotions provoke me to say, I love you so much that I think that we should get married. I want to be with you forever. I'm willing to have your children. I'm willing to have sex with you. I'm willing to do it all. Let's get married. That's an emotional thing, I think. But no, not in this area. No, women are not emotional in this area. Women are horny, just like men. So we have to stop pointing fingers at who's doing what and who's doing what wrong and why, because here is a very level playing field. And then when we get down the line, which we'll get to later in this video, but when we get down the line to start talking about custody, start talking about child support, we always want to point at somebody for something. And the truth is, none of these decisions have to be made if you make one correct decision. You're sitting here and you're making one of the most embarrassing decisions you've ever had to make. One of the most problematic, troublesome, like uneven-spirited decisions you've ever had to make. All because you made so many wrong decisions prior to this one. To say, why are we so irresponsible as adults? Like, why, what provokes us to get so hot and heavy that we just decide to throw every precaution to the wind and submit ourselves with this person that we barely know? A lot of times we barely know these people, but we know them enough to let them enter our bodies and let them sit on top of our things and just rock out, right? Because YOLO. But then when we start to go back and start to think about every decision we made when we're getting hit with child support or we're getting hit with court costs for custody battles. Sorry, y'all know Jax is in here. but we're getting hit with court costs and all of these things. It's not YOLO then. It's not fun then. When you got to take care of your kids, when you have to love somebody from another person that you barely know. I don't think we understand how amazing and intentional God's purpose for us is, and the reason why he made things in the order that he made them. And for anybody watching this who loves a man so much that they're willing to give them a child, girl, for any man who's watching this that's wanting to just leave it in because you like her so much, dude, please, we don't need any more of those children. We don't need any more children split between homes. We don't need any more children who can't stay in the household with both their parents because their parents have so many excuses and reasons why they didn't do it the right way. I didn't get to choose. I didn't get the way I wanted it. I didn't want to get pregnant right now. I didn't like this. I don't like that. And the whole thing about it is, you didn't do nothing the right way, so you don't get to choose when, where, why, and how. You got to make it work now. Now you got to make it work. Now you got to work backwards. Now you have to tell yourself, what's the priority now? Is it what I want? Or is it what's best for my children? Is it what I want? Or is it what God would want? And God wants what's best for the total at this point. Because y'all is family now. Y'all are unified now. And there's a reason why you get married before you carry. There's a reason. Everything has a reason. And you know the reason? Because a man who loves you and wants to support you and your children and be there for you and care for you throughout your pregnancy and rub your feet and watch you fluctuate in weight and watch you have your hormonal mood swings and get up in the middle of the night with that baby during your postpartum and understand your postpartum and give you grace during your postpartum. That man is the man who commits to you before any of that ever occurs. He's already aligned himself with the covenant and whatever comes with it. So you don't have to worry so much about is he with me for me, or is he with me because we got kids? Is he with me because he loved me, or is he with me because he feels trapped? Does she want to be with me because she wants me to help her with this baby, or does she actually love me? Does she want me because of things I can give her or stability, or does she actually want to be with me for me? You don't gotta ask yourself these questions when you do things the right way. Let's rewind. Even if you get married first, a first-time father is not going to understand all that until they go through it. The thing that you're ensuring during the phase is not for their understanding, it's for the grace. Because this is my wife. This is the woman I love. This is the woman I want to be with for the rest of my life. I'm going to roll with the punches. And they are punches. I tell you, they're punches. I'm going to roll with her as she struggles to look in the mirror and not even recognize herself. I'm going to roll with her. I'm going to be with her as her feet swell and as she develops all these gestational problems. Like, I had gestational high blood pressure, gestational hypertension. Horrible. And that was with Jakes, and I was married, and I was just literally like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you here with me, because it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing when you don't know if your child could make it. You know, some of y'all have had children that have needs, like special needs, and all of these things are possible, and you're not even doing it with a person that's going to be able to be a rock for you or a support system for you or a partner with you during this time, during these really difficult times. Like, even if you have a perfectly healthy baby, the newborn stage is not a game. I don't know if y'all think that that's a joke. I don't know why y'all think kids are a joke, but the newborn stage is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not something to be played with. It is truly something to fear. And there's great stories of women who say, mine wasn't that bad. I had a great newborn stage. This was good. You don't gotta worry. You're not them. You don't know what could happen. You don't know what could happen. You don't know who she or he can turn into at 4 a.m. when they're sleep deprived and you telling them to get up and make that bottle or get up and change that diaper, and they just start looking crazy. You don't know. And you'll never know. So the best way to ensure that you're putting yourself in the best position possible is to get married first. Now, for the women, when you're with a man and you have a baby with him, married or not, and he breaks your trust, and he makes you feel low, and you leave him, rightfully so, okay? That's fine. But the relationship between you and your baby daddy now, that's not your man no more, your baby daddy, that's between you and your baby daddy. Okay? We have to stop normalizing you don't get to see your kid because of what happened between me and you. We gotta stop that. My child should never not be able to see their father because of adult things that's happened between our dynamic. Is it right? No, that's not right that happens to you. That's not right if that happens to you. It's not right. It's not justified. There's no way to justify that. It is a betrayal. It is a break of trust. But you got to understand that your emotions and your relationship and how you feel is not the same emotions as your children feel. They want to see their daddy. They want to see their mama. Now, if she don't want to be a part, she or he does not want to be a part of the child's life, that's a completely different conversation. But y'all not together no more does not mean that's not still my mama. Does not mean that's not still my daddy. So please, let's learn some logical decision making when it comes to co-parenting, because it is a lot simpler than we make it. And I'm not saying that because I have experience there, because thankfully I don't. But I'm saying that because I got a good head on my shoulders. I got some sense, common sense. And common sense would tell you that if the child's parent wants to be in their life and y'all are separated based off of things that have happened between y'all, the parent should still be able to be in the child's life. For the men, if she does whatever she does, cheats, lies, hoes around, has another baby on you, lies about her paternity, you leave her. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Leave her alone. Stop hovering around, looking at her new man, looking at her life, looking at this, looking at that. Like, if y'all got a baby together, stop trying to control who's around. Not hack into her stuff, follow her to her job. Don't do that. Are you okay? She don't want you no more. But that's still your child, and you still gotta be a father to your child. You don't get to say, oh, if you don't want me, F you in that baby. No. You don't get to say that. We gotta grow up. Like, we really have to grow up. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. Not experience with no baby daddy, but experience with really having to sit down with myself and grow up. A lot of us are so much better than the circumstances we put ourselves in, and then we get stereotyped, and then we get placed in these boxes by society, and we are frustrated with it because it's like, I'm so much more than that. But if you're so much more than that, you have to behave and set yourself apart from the crowd. Set yourself apart from what everybody else thinks is appropriate, thinks is acceptable, thinks is okay. If you are different, be different. If you and your baby daddy can't work it out, if you and your baby mama, your significant other that you had a child with, if y'all can't work it out, fine. But you ain't gotta be ignorant. You ain't gotta bust no windows. You ain't gotta track no phones. You ain't gotta call they new girlfriend, boyfriend. You ain't gotta do none of that. You can raise your child, and you can speak highly of the person that you decided to bring this precious being into the world with, because without that person, they wouldn't be here. And we love our kids. Whoever's watching this, I know you love them. So let's do a better job of behaving as if we care about their futures. We care about what they think of their parents. We care about the image that we're instilling in them to replicate and build on. Because we set the foundation. We set the foundation for their future. And I know your intention is for it to be bright and for it to be great and for them to be great human beings. But that doesn't happen by coincidence. That's very intentional. So if you don't have children, please be intentional about the decisions you make when you're going to have children. And that starts with the way God wants it to happen. And if you do have children, consider reevaluating the way that you function with a person that you once liked, even loved enough to give your body to lay down with, to be vulnerable with, to be open, to be naked. You like them enough to be naked with them, whether you like it or not. Just reevaluate it. Just think of things that you could be doing to make y'all's relationship more copacetic, more peaceful, more tranquil, because that matters so much for how your kids view not only love, but parenthood. Care about them enough to make those changes. Care about them enough to put your feelings to the side and prioritize theirs. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Sincerely, The Carsons is in the works very soon. We are so excited to show you everything that we've been working on. It'll be fantastic. I know y'all are anticipating it because I definitely am. And I appreciate all the love and support that I've gotten in my individualism, but I can't wait to show y'all my better half and to let y'all see me pick his brain about things, anything, everything, because that's what we do on like a daily basis. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.